Hello, my name is Bill, and welcome to Billboard Comics. Hi again. I don't know if you saw the other video I posted this week, but I finally got the other boxes I complained about not getting in the previous video. I got them yesterday. I was supposed to get them today, but for some reason they arrived early. WhatNot has a feature where you can track your packages. They give you a link directly to the USPS site. USPS site said it was going to come here on February 1st. Instead, it came yesterday. But I also have a whole bunch of other stuff to go through. So hopefully you like these kind of videos. If you do, please hit the like button. Comment if you want to tell me I got good books or bad books or whatever. And share and subscribe. Everything helps. I really appreciate that. Okay, I'm going to start with like the first of these um, bulk flat rate boxes. I lied yesterday. I didn't spend $1 for all these boxes. One was $5, I think one was $3, but some were in fact $1. And I'll tell you a little trick about getting these boxes for so cheap. Go for independent books that nobody wants. They were having another auction for flat rate boxes last night, and I don't know if because it's like the end of the month and everybody got paid, or it's a Friday and everybody got paid, but the boxes were going for like anywhere from $15 to $35, and for stuff that I got for $1 a couple days before. So you know, you gotta play it. You gotta find the right time to get into it. Let's start showing you the books. First one up is Godzilla, Kill All Monsters. Number 3, cover A. We have a Action Comics 1045 variant. Titans Academy number 6. For itself, the Fearsome 4, sorry. Number 2 of 4. Then we have a whole bunch of Jack of Fables. I have a complete set of Jack of Fables, so I'll just go through it really quick. We have 2 copies of 19. Copy of number 1. A couple more copies of 19. So if you and 4 people need a copy of Jack of Fables 19, I'm your guy. Got 4 copies of Jack of Fables 10. One copy of Jack of Fables 20. I guess they didn't love Jack of Fables 20. Oh, but wait, hold on. 2. Copy of Papa Midnight, number 3. Vision Scarlet Witch, number 5. We have a bunch of Cerebuses, or Cerebi, I guess that's how he terms it. 92. $115. $129. $80. $114. $101. And $150. We also got a copy of X Mutants, number 8, from Pied Piper Comics. This is some early work by Ron Lim, who you might know from Silver Surfer and the Infinity Gauntlet. He took over for George Perez towards the end of that. Forever Now, number 1. Fusion, number 1. I have a bunch of this already. Fathom from the Elementals, number 1. Elf Warrior. Next up is some Airlicks. It's the Sailor on the Sea of Fate. And also Weird of the White Wolf. There's 2 series here. Let me try to sort them out a little bit. Thank you for your patience. Okay, so we have 2, 4, 5, 7. And Weird of the White Wolf, number 1, and number 2. Airlick always gives me a soft spot in my heart because it is a like when I was in high school, I used to be like the comic book connection for some of my friends in high school. Basically, they wouldn't go to comic book stores. I would go to comic book stores and I'd pick up stuff and bring it back to them because one of my friends' parents did not like him to have comic books, so that was kind of like a subterfuge, kind of like a under the radar kind of thing. But the other one was into Ehrlich, and like we used to have a lot of fun, like discussing the storylines and stuff like that, and joking around about them. At least I would joke around about them. Here we go. Have DNA Agents, number 12. We have some more X Mutants. Like, look, we have number 5, number 4, let's see here. This is another number 4. I think it's like a alternate cover. And a number 7. Oh, and a number 6. I'm really happy with this haul I got because the haul I got is like kind of like I got a lot of like runs and stuff like that, and a whole bunch of stuff from the, like comic books I collect but I don't have a full set of, or I'm trying to fill in gaps. So I'm really happy with this, and I'm happy with one particular one that you'll see coming up later on. I don't think it's in this box, but it's in another box. We have 2 Figments, number 1 and number 2. I don't know if that's the complete set, but you know, if it is, it is. Entropy Tales, number 3. Here's the one I'm most excited about. Micra. Micra is one of these comic books I discovered actually in the pages of Comics Buyer's Guide. I don't know if anybody out there remembers that. For those of you who don't know what Comic Buyer's Guide was, when I first started collecting it, it started off as being in the 70s as being the buyer's guide to comic fandom, and it's basically like kind of like a paper shop penny saver on steroids for the comic book industry. A lot of people would post their want lists, or like sellers would sell their post the comics they have for sale and going back and forth like this. Eventually morphed into the Comics Buyer's Guide. By the time I started picking up on it, it was became like basically the newspaper for the comic book industry. It came out weekly, and there's newsprint. And it was like folded up like in half. So it was like a big. It looked like a tabloid, but then you open it up, it was like more of like a broadsheet newspaper, and it had everything to do with like comic book. So it had like which artist is leaving this one, and like which company is going out of business, and which company is publishing this. and they had previews. And one of the previews they had was Micra, and I really struck by the artwork. I don't know if you could see, like, it's very kind of like futuristic. She said, I believe she's a robot filing thing. It's mind controlled remote automation, and I always wanted to get it, but like, I don't know if it, like, my local comic shop when I was a kid didn't have it, or like they kind of like, you know, said it was like not for me because I was too young. But now I have a 4 and 5. Now only needs 2 and 3 and have a complete set of it. So I'd love to get that close to a complete set. I'm like, gives me a big thrill. So I'm a happy camper. Next up, we have a whole bunch of elementals, and I think I need at least some of these, and not all of these. 16, 21. I can't see the number because there's a price tag over it. 18, 20, and 17. Okay, that's the first box out of 4. Here's this one. And this is the one I paid $5 for. So let's take a look. Okay. So, looks like Earth Prime, DC Legends of Tomorrow, 3 of 6. Earth Prime, The Flash, 5 of 6. Earth Prime, Stargirl, 4 of 6. A second copy of The Flash, 5 of 6. Now, I don't know much about this series. I don't know if it's like Earth Prime and like the subtitles are part of the Earth Prime series, so that means I have like kind of a beginnings of a complete set here, or do they all have 6 issues? I will find out eventually, of course. And 2 copies of issue 6, Heroes Twilight. Yeah. We have Eternals number 3. Exiles 8. One of the X-Men 2099 will die in issue number 3 of it. Looks like it's got some smudge on it. Atomic Robo. Free comic book day, so. Miss Mystic from Pacific, number 2. I believe I own this one. I think I have the complete set of that to run. Tribe. Flat rate box is not complete without a Valiant Harbinger number 11. Image Comics Redlands number 2. To tie into the TV series The Orville number 3, which I'm sure there's a lot of fans of the actual TV series, but I always got the impression that this was like a script that Seth MacFarlane wrote for Paramount as a Star Trek show, and he got turned down from it and just went into Word and replaced every any Star Trek nomenclature with original stuff from the Orville. Like, I'm sure, like, it's just like it's basically like his version of Star Trek. But it doesn't mean it's bad or anything like that. Just not for me. Archer and Armstrong, number 4. Dragonlance, number 4. Military Force number 12. Reign of Superman, Superman number 78. Image Plus number 1. Reign of Superman number 78, but with a die cut cover. Hellblazer 102. JLA 75. Flash Rebirth number 4. Nightwing number 98. I think it's one of the first series. Archie Adventure Series, Man-Tech, Robot Warriors number 3. The issue's so nice, they gave it to it twice. New Comics, New 52, Men of War number 6. 0 Hour Eyes Only Top Secret. I think it's like this is one of the giveaway kind of like advertising thing. Dynamite Kato number 9. Sludge number 2. And I have a bunch of Buffy tie-ins. I don't know if it's in this box or next one, but this is one, Angel and Faith number 9, season 9, number 9. Number 9. Spike number 3. 2 copies of Sword number 11. And we have Midnight Skulker 1, 2, and 3. We have 2 copies of number 1. That's number 1. This is Midnight Skulker the comic strips special edition. So this is, I think it's a different one. Then we had number 2, the Duck Knight, and number 3. I tell you, you couldn't swing a dead cat in the 80s without getting some kind of parody comic of some of stuff like this. I want to tell you, Grendel, number 17. Batman Eternal, 27. Robin, number 1. Annual number 1, actually. Superman of Action Comics, 690. Reign of the Superman. Night Mask, number 10. Green Lanterns, number 15. Deep Target, Green Arrow and Aquaman, number 1 and 2, which is good because I have one of those I got in like a Ollie's discount thing, so that helps that. Batman Shadow the Bat 94. 3 Invisibles. It's 11, 15, and 17. And Vixen, Return of the Lion, number 3. Let's move on to box number 3. All right. This one I paid $3 for. All right. Phase Phasers, number 2 in a 4-issue miniseries. I have some other ones of these in here, so I should be able to actually get at least close to a complete set of those. This is Miss Trees, Thrilling Detective Adventures, number 2. this is one of the mysteries I definitely know I need. This is probably, I think, completes the run from like about 1 to about, like, say 30 for me, or something like that. So like, I saw this in the auction. I, like, you know, was so happy to get it. I'm very happy with this haul and stuff it is. Also got some more mystery, number 17 and number 35. I might have both of those, but we shall see. Colt, number 2. Bug off, buzzard bait. Now we have a bunch of Nexuses. Another one I'm trying to complete. It's one of those 80 series that I could, like, put together really cheap. So I'm doing so. And hopefully I have a whole bunch of these. Let's see here. Can't tell the issue number on this one. But this is 33. 2 of them. In case you're wondering what the Dude Returns means, that means it's the return of co-creator and original artist Steve the Dude Rude. Gotta love his artwork. I'm really a big fan of his. 34. Looks like 31. 30. Another one at 30. 18. 35. 27. Maybe 20. Let me see here. I don't know. It seems that we got 2 copies of this. Don't know what the number is because they put the price tag over it. Both of them. If I could give one advice to any kind of comic book seller, anywhere, ever, do us a favor. Don't put the price tag over the issue number. I mean, this should be common sense. But if you do, put the issue number on the price tag so we can see what number it is. All right, and 2 of 28. All right, we have Kamikaze from Now Comics. 2, 3, and 4. Even more Cerebus. Let's see here, Cerebus 91, 148, Cerebus Biweekly number 2, double issue 112, 113. Cerebus Rick Story, 226. Cerebus Jockus Story, 128. $103. 206. And 114. Like I said, I have almost complete set of Cerebus. On these number 1. I'm not going to find number 1 in these boxes. I know that much. But, you know, it was a good read. Oh, here's another one. Another couple out of order. 107 and 137. Icon Devil, number 1. Like I said, go for the cheapo indie with titles that nobody else wants, because you'll be able to get like the winning the auctions really easy, and that's okay. It's up my alley because I like the indie, goofy, weird stuff that nobody else wants. All right, so a bunch of Justice Leagues, which is good because I don't have a lot of these. This series of it. 29. 32. 34. 37. 33. 38. 40. 41. 42. Secret Empire 10. Secret Empire Brave New World number 5. Let's see here. All right. Some more Cerebine. 149. 108. 105. 88. Let me tell you about this after I get done with the other two. 109, 189. So, this was my first issue of Service when I was a kid. Like, when I was a kid, let me tell you about this one magical kind of like happening that happened to me. I used to go, my parents were big flea market people. They used to go to flea markets all the time. So they would like, kind of like go to the flea market and we would like one time I came with this, but I would look for comic books while I would go there. They used to go for knickknacks or crafts or something like this. My mom really loved doing plaster crafts, so she'd go get like just like blank plaster crafts, and she'd paint them for herself and like make magnets for the refrigerator or ornaments for the tree. But one time during one of these trips, I found this big box of comic books. I mean, it must have been like about 2 feet high, like a cube 2 feet all around, and it's full with comic books, all kinds of comic books, stuff I've never seen before, all for cheap. I think it was like 10 cents a piece or whatever. So I dug into there and I got like a whole bunch of other like comic books like Labor Force that I'd never heard before. I think a couple issues of Firestorm that I didn't have, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So like in there also, I got that issue of Service, and I thought, well, this is pretty cool. I'll give it a shot. I don't really know about it. It was a little bit over my head at the time. I think it was like maybe 10 or 11, but I still like kept it, and it was the first one of many from the series that I got. So I'll always remember that. Next up is another one I'm glad I found in here because I wanted to pick this up. It's Journey by William Messner Loebs. He's really good writer. He did DC Comics, a run on the Flash and a run on Wonder Woman. So, like, but this is like his creator-owned stuff. I always started advertised in the Comics Bars Guide and Amazing Heroes and stuff like that. I always wanted to give it a shot, and never had a chance to pick any up. Now I got 2, and I'm very happy. I'm in a happy place. I'm in my moment of zen. Let's see here. Honor Among Thieves, number 1, and closing out the box, it's Hamster Vice, number 4. Remember what I said about the parody comics in the 80s? Alright, I'm going to go off screen for a second. Don't miss me too much. Alright. This is the last of the last of the flat rate boxes, but not the last of this haul video, because you know what, I told you I'm getting a lot of stuff. So stay tuned. If you fall asleep, just keep it running. Pick it back up when you get back up. You know, I don't think YouTube actually pays attention if you're actually physically watching the stuff there. But this box came for only one paltry $1. All right, let's see here. Freak Out on Infant Earths 1 and 2. And if you see, like, in the reflection, like the light, and it looks like all kinds of disco, you think? See if you can see it there. It's because I try to set up for like just the regular light, but not so blinding that I'm all washed out, and I couldn't get back to it, so I left this on because I'm an idiot. Photon Effect, Aced Comics #1. Forever Now #2. We have Forever Now #1 in the other box. Escape to the Stars, Solson #1. The Epsilon Wave #1. And #4. Entropy Tales #4. Phase Phasers #1. Like I said, we've got #4 in the other box. A couple Eagles. #8 and #9. Again, it's another one I'm collecting, so like for $1 I got like at least 5 or 6 books that are filling out holes in my collection, so I'm happy. Corporal #1. Iliad 2 #3. A couple more mysteries. #7 and #8. Just a Machine #4. Gotta tell you, this was one of my favorite comic books when I was a kid, because I was able to actually pick this one up when I was younger. I think they actually sold it in like actual newsstands, or grocery stores and stuff like that. So I was able to pick it up there. It was a pretty good like off-brand like superhero comic book. This was from Comico, but I really enjoyed it a lot. So I had very fond memories of it. I don't know if it'll stand up today in my old, jaded, ugly. Well, but, you know, maybe it won't. Maybe it won't. Vortex #3. I got these in a box, I think, in one of the other haul videos. We got Nexus 41. Hero Lines #1. Ninja Elite #6. Nexus 17 and 26. Eternity Ninja Funnies. Alright, 2 more Nexuses, 38 and 40. Equine, the Uncivilized. #2 and #3. I remember this character appearing in a issue of the Action Amazing Heroes superhero volume. It was the one issue of the magazine where it had artists come in and draw swimsuit pictures of their characters or random characters or whatever. And I think the creator of this comic did one of their characters in there. So if you ever want to see horses, anthropomorphic horses wearing bathing suits, be sure to track down that issue of Amazing Heroes Swimsuit Spectacular Special. Okay, DC Comics Insider. Not really happy about getting like a promotional, like free promotional thing and like that, but what are you gonna do? Remember when I told you about Labor Force? We have 3 issues of the series. 2, 3, and 6. Too bad I already got them from a box, like a 50 cents box one time. Fusion 2, 4, and 5. It's good because I need those. Constellation Graphics number 2. Domino Chance number 9. Fantasy number 6. Another Nexus 39. 2 copies of John Sable Freelance number 25. Just Machine number 2 and number 8. And number 9. Nexus 31 and 34. Hope I have enough to. I need a lot of these Nexuses that are coming there, because if not, I'm going to have a whole bunch of Nexuses that I don't know what I'm going to do with. Maybe I'll put them on eBay or something. And another batch of Cerebi. Let's see. Ooh. Phase 1 phasers. 3 and 4. So I don't know if that means I have a complete set between all the boxes. Okay, and then before I get to the Cerebi, I'll try to clear out the other ones. Dark Avengers, number 1. He's here, the Dark Angel. Yes. That was badass, tough guy, 80s. That's what the tough guy would look like in the 80s. Make of that what you will. Site Service Biweekly, number 3. Just to let you know, in case you're ever in the market for service, this is a reprint copy. They reprinted, I think, like the first 50 issues of the series, maybe more. Started by Service Biweekly, then Service High Society, and Service Church and State, in individual issues. So they reprinted all those issues in new formats, so you can see, tell the difference. This is what the original comic book looks like. So if you get the original, this will take up the entire space of the book. This kind of trade dress, this is to reprint. I think they came out weekly or bi-weekly, because you can tell the date on there is from like December 30th, 1988. But now go to Real Deal Service, 94. 93. 101. 99. 97. And 227. And that completes my Gotham City Thrift Comics flat rate boxes for at least a couple days. I'm addicted to them, so I get a lot of them. So you're probably gonna see another haul video in a week or two with the rest of them. But like I said, it's not all the haul video there. Today, my local comic shop, IAD Comics in Harrison, New York, 313, I believe, Halstead Ave, if I'm not mistaken. I'll put the website link down in the comments, or I'll let down in the description down below. Was having a mega back issue sale. He recently got 2 really humongous collections in, like tens of thousands of books. So he's trying to cut out space in his current stock to put the new stuff in. So he's having a massive sale. He was having a $1 box of comic books, $1 table of comic books, $5 trades, $10 hardcovers, 60% off all back issues in the actual store, except for the wall books. The wall books are 25% off. New comics are exempt from this, of course, but nonetheless, went there today. It was packed. It was so crowded. And I got to like 10 minutes before it opened. So it's like, one of those things was it was so crowded that it was open before it was open. But nonetheless, I decided to focus on the dollar comics. Because I'm old enough to remember when there were quarter bins. So I like to go to the discount bargain bins and try to get as much as I can out of there. And usually, they're pretty good books, just not, and that popular. And again, I like stuff that's not that popular. So let me start going through that as much as I possibly can. Let me just start taking these out. Of course, I've had quite an adventure with some of these. It's like trying to get it into the box. They're slipping off there, falling on the floor, and stuff like this. So these might have been minty fresh when I first got them, but I can't guarantee they're the same now. I also got my weekly pull. I'm not going to go through that now because I'm already at about 45 minutes, and I don't know if even I'm going to hear me after this. The thing might kicked off. Okay, but let's start here, shall we? I got some Guardians of the Galaxy. Here's number 25 of that first series. We got a bunch of backlashes. 18, 16, 7, 4, and 1. I somehow backed into collecting that issue. Here we got Major X number 2. If you recall from an earlier haul video, I got 3, 4, and 5, so I'm trying to complete the set. Strangely enough, I couldn't find a 1 because that's probably way too much money because it's just such a great series. Batman Annual number 2. This is the Rebirth series, and 86 and 87. You're a big fan of the Teen Titans, New Teen Titans, and stuff like that. New Teen Titans was the first DC Comics I actually got into, and also where I fell in love with the artwork of George Perez. So I try to collect every Teen Titans I can. So it took me a while to get around to actually picking up copies of this one, this series. But I got 21, 22, 23, 24, and Annual number 1. Let's see what else. A couple copies of Velvet. Pretty much a big fan of Ed Brubaker. For some reason, I got this and I'm missing some issues and pick it up all of them. But I got number 8 and number 9 of Velvet, which he did with Steve Epting. Now I have more. Let's see here. Guardians of the Galaxy. you have 4, 10, and 11. This pretty much comes close to completing the set. I will probably need the first one, but that's kind of pricey because of the James Gunn movie, as you will probably know. All right. You also got some Supremes. 40, 41, which I think is Alan Moore's first work on the title. 42, and annual number 1. Also got issue 0 and issue 12. Yeah, those are all come like back when Supreme first came out. When Image first came out, I was trying to get like every Image book, and eventually that quickly became not feasible. So, but I still have Supreme, so I'm trying to fill up the holes now, 30 years later. Okay, let's see here. Tales of the Darkness. 1, 2, and 4. I think I have number 3, so that finishes a pretty good run. Team 7, number 2, number 3, and number 4. I have number 1, so that is another 4-issue run that we have. Oh, we have another Supreme. Wow, they're all mixed up. Phil, what happened to you? What'd you do? Alright. Spirit of Tau. I think I have more than this. So we're probably going to see this again later on in this box. 11 and 13. And more Supremes. 39. 33. 32. Supreme Apocalypse 5 of 5, number 30. Number 29. Number 28. So here are the Spirit of Cows. It's one of the things I got like one copy of it, and like of the series in a like a box, and I'm trying to fill out the whole set. Number 10. Number 9. Number 8. Number 7. Number 5. Number 4. Number 3. Number 2. And number 1. I don't know if that completes the set. I just wasn't really paying that much attention to it, but it's pretty close to having a complete run of it, so good. Next up, make sure I get these all together. Wow, I got a lot of these. Is Mystique, the series by Sean McKeever and Brian K. Vaughan, I think, worked on it. So it's 15, 16, but these might be 2 series. I don't know. I think maybe I'm wrong. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 4, 5, 6, 7. Love that cover. It's a really neat cover. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 3, and 14. Again, obviously you didn't complete the set because I still need number 1 and probably number 2, but I come a heck of a lot closer to it than I did beforehand. Okay, Nova, number 1. Namor. This is the one written by Bill Jemas. So number 2, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9, number 10, number 11, number 12. Not a big fan of Bill Jemas' writing. You know, he was one of the big wigs at Marvel. As they were pulling themselves out of bankruptcy. Notorious for his work on Marvel. But Namor is one of my favorite characters, and get pretty much the whole set mad cheap for less than the price of a trade paperback. I couldn't really pass that up. Web of Spider-Man, 120. Hulk, 5, 6, and another cover for 6. I think what's the variant here? Oh, wait a minute. This is. Oh, I'm sorry. This is a different series. Don't tell my wife. Next up, another favorite character of mine. Not a complete series, unfortunately, but you know, close enough. 1, Nightcrawler. Number 2, number 3, number 4, number 7, number 8, and number 9. Dating back to the story I told you earlier about buying comics for my friend in high school, one of the series I got for him, the I don't want my parents to know I'm buying comic books because the parents think that the comic books are evil and part of the devil, and I'm not lying. Was the first Nightcrawler miniseries from the 80s. I'm trying to track that down. I have 1 or 2 issues of it, but you know, he's a favorite character of mine, so I'm trying to get all of them. Let's see, we've got Sabretooth. I don't know if this is a complete series, but it might be. Number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. Good things are all pretty much in mint condition, so that's always a bonus. I also got some more Novas to go along with the number 1. I got number 2. Variant cover of number 2. Number 3. Number 4. And number 5. I have a complete set of the first series from the 70s. I have some of the later series that came after this complete set, so I'm trying to get a complete set of all the Nova books. Nova books. I don't know what I said the first time. I apologize. A Teen Titans 17. These ones aren't all together because I had to count them. I want to count them and make sure I had enough, like how much money I had, because like they're coming up with like stacks of 10. So I had to, see how much I had. Old School Ghost Rider number 3. It was pretty good. This almost got mangled as I was putting stuff in here. I got caught up on one, and the cover went funny. But luckily, it came out relatively okay. Another Sabretooth miniseries. 1, 2, and 3. I don't know if it's a 3 or 4 issue series, but I got the first 3 and it's not bad shape. Just saw this there. Want to get it? War Machine number 1 for $1. Shiny. Okay, we got, let's see here, another Batman, 88. Baby Teeth, number 2. Invincible Iron Man, number 89. Not exactly, a little bunkered up, if you could see right there. But, I'm trying to collect all the Iron Man too. I need one book for the first series Iron Man to have a complete set. Guess what book it is? Number 55, the first appearance of Thanos. Back when I started it was before the whole MCU started happening, so I thought, okay, this is going to be a cheap, reasonably inexpensive set to complete. Then the movie came out, and all of a sudden that issue, which is the first appearance of Thanos, skyrocketed. So I've been waiting to find a good deal on it, or to go down, or whatever, or maybe maybe win the lottery. If you know any numbers, send them my way. Dragonlance number 2. And 2 Nomads, number 4, and number 5. Okay, but wait, there's more. I also got a package from Good Grabs. They are, cheers. Take a drink of your beverage, head home. Cheers. Salute. Sláinte. Let's see here. Did I bring? Oh yeah, I did. Handy dandy thing. I keep on promoting it. They don't pay me anything for this, but this is like really handy, and I really love it. Makes opening packages and much easier and quicker. So, Good Grabs is having a 25-cent claim sale. You heard me right. Each comic book in here costs only 25 cents each. I racked up an $8 tab with that. So it's, It'll take me back to days of my youth when I first started collecting comic books. They seem to be in pretty good shape. Let me show you what I got. No. See, I don't know. Looks like something. Can't see that on the back, but it looks like something faded onto the white thing there. I had smudge on my face. I'm sorry about that. The whole video. Okay. Primal Force number 2. Human Target. Number 17. Street Bullets number 11. And Grimjack. My Grimjack collection. We have 13. 42. And 44. They're all minty, fresh. For not being in bags of boards, they're really great condition. Fantasy, number 5 and number 6. Whisperer, number 2 and number 9. This is the first kind of wonky condition one because it's got like a dog ear fold there that breaks the color, but it's a quarter. Reed Fleming, The World's Toughest Milkman, number 3. Like, I said this, like, I don't know if, like, I've done so many test videos for this. I don't know if you actually saw this or not. But, like, I got an issue of Reed Fleming number 2, like, earlier. And this is, like, after just getting number 1 and having nothing for, like, 30 years. So it seems like the long process of trying to get a complete set of Reed Fleming, The World's Toughest Milkman, is finally picking up steam. In a way. Okay. John Sable Freelance, number 1. Angel Town, number 1. Batman's Grave, number 3. And these are all stuff that I need or wanted to pick up and stuff. Ooh. I've got a whole bunch of more Invisibles. I got I've got 12, which is actually number 1. This is the volume where it went backwards. Number 11. Number 6. Number 4. Number 3. And number 2. Okay, we got a couple now. Wow, a whole bunch of these. Let's see here. Okay. Fantastic Force. Let me see. Number 11. Number 12. Let's see here. Number 13. I hate Marvel's doing like this stuff. They put the numbers in tiny little stuff here at the bottom. It's like God. Granted, like they're expecting like 10-year-old kids to buy this who have perfect eyesight, and then like old men like me would be trying to pick these up later. But issue 14, issue 15, issue 16, issue 17, and issue 18. Question Quarterly. Big fan of the question, but I never got this. But it's a number 1, and Fate, number 7, and number 9. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. If you made it here, my longest haul video ever. Hopefully you stuck around to the end. If you did, God bless you. Thank you very much. I appreciate the heck out of it. If you stuck around this long and I didn't bore the heck out of you, send a like, subscribe, comment on what books you thought that I think got really good. I was really happy with this haul. This was a lot of books that I wanted to get for a long time, and all kinds of stuff. So I'm really happy about that. But if there's stuff that I might not have made any mention of, it might mean I don't know of it. And if you know of it, let me know. So I'm gonna go see you again, and keep on collecting.